And we're back here on Fox Weather with the newest advisory just coming in from the National Hurricane Center on Tropical Depression 9, as well as Hurricane Humberto. We're going to get to both of them, but we want to start with TD9. It has remained the same, unchanged as far as the stats are concerned, winds at 35 miles an hour. And with me saying TD9, it has yet to receive that name designation, which the next name on the list is Imelda. But what we've been watching, that remains the case this evening as slow organization is occurring. Now, there have been some key changes, I guess, Jane, with the cone, which we'll get to in a little bit. But from an organization standpoint, still some slow organization, but hurricane hunters, as we've heard from Brian Norcross, we had Andy Hazelton on, not really able to find those strong winds and a strong enough area to say, yeah, this is a tropical storm.
I would say, too, on the west side. Right. We've been following the data that's been coming in. It seems like things are very light on the west side. Present, but is it enough to say, okay, we've got this? And so we'll be watching. We do have a circulation, no changes to our advisory. So we do have tropical storm warnings up across the Bahamas. That tropical storm watch still in place across the central east coast of Florida for impacts that are probably going to arrive sometime tomorrow. Yeah,
it looks as if that's going to happen. The discussion, it's so fresh. I still have yet to read the exact discussion, but we can draw some conclusions based on this cone. On the far western side of the cone, we had the fringes of the coastline in that cone, but they have since been removed. And as we're looking at how this is going to play out, the Hurricane Center still thinking that this thing is going to make a shift or a turn toward the east. And as far as a landfall, while that can't be completely ruled out yet, it seems as if confidence is increasing that we will get this storm to turn east. It's still remarkable to watch how close it could very well come to the coastline, just off the coast of Savannah near Charleston, South Carolina. By Tuesday night, we could have a hurricane. The intensity remaining largely unchanged, which I guess is no surprise, but there certainly could be changes since. But that chance is equal when we look at how the cone is. So it could be very close still, or it could still be the center of it far away. I'm
just reading the discussion. I have it up. So NHC explicitly noting the asymmetric system. And I think that also just speaks to when we look at a cone like this, it's a reminder that impacts are still going to happen outside of this. It's not a perfect symmetrical storm that's going to fit right within the red shading. So tropical moisture, coastal flooding, rain, all of that is still certainly going to be a feature as we go into the start of this week. But to your point on that cone and the trend that we've seen to this pulling away, and this is something that Brian Norcross, our hurricane specialist, has been saying all day long. He's been mentioning the trough in the North Atlantic. And they explicitly stated here that there's still some question to how much of future Imelda will feel influenced by that trough that Humberto's ultimately going to get scooped up with. But I just think it's interesting that they even mention the trough, because that's the first time that I've seen that in the discussion. So it's perhaps a little bit of a clue of what we need to be looking at in models that would ultimately steer this away from the U.S.
And one final note there, we have the models, as they mentioned in the discussion. The models agree that the presence of Hurricane Humberto to the east will result in a weakening of the prevailing steering currents, which would cause perhaps what Imelda will be named soon, this storm to slow down and meander. So there's still a slowing down that's forecast with TD9. It's something to watch, but Humberto is also playing a key role.
Speaking of Humberto, we have a Cat 5. Officially
perhaps the bigger deal.
I think this is, an incredible storm to watch unfold. So Humberto, now a major Category 5 hurricane. It's our second Cat 5 of the season, as it has been rapidly intensifying over the course of the last several days. Winds are up at 160 miles an hour.
I think we need the
if max, we can, max two. Right? I've got Humberto up on my graphics here. Slow movement, west-northwest at 10. Pressure's down to 925. And when you look at the structure of this storm, I mean, it's as textbook as it becomes.
Yeah, it's a wild storm. To see it achieve that, perhaps no surprise. I'm going to try to pull it up so we can see it from a broader perspective. The hurricane hunters, they've been flying into Humberto and watching how this thing has been able to just achieve a remarkable feat and get to the most powerful hurricane that we have. that the Atlantic Basin has so far featured this season. We did have Aaron achieve Cat 5 status. It was a little stronger, but there it is, Jane, the 160 miles an hour.